In this video, we're going to see how we can use Microsoft Excel to construct unbiased estimates of the population average and of the population variance. Now, to illustrate this, we've got data of 100 individuals and looking at their gross weekly pay in their main job, and we're going to define that as X. And there is some unknown expectation or population average of X, and there is some unknown variance of X. And we need to estimate these two population parameters. Now we know that the sample mean is an unbiased estimator of E of X, provided the observations are randomly drawn from the population. And we also know that S squared, which is equal to 1 over n minus 1 over the sum of the x minus x bar squared, is an unbiased estimator of the variance of X, again, provided the observations are randomly sampled from the population. Now, how do we calculate these using Excel? Well, we can use two formulae. In order to find the sample mean, we're just going to use the formula equals average. And then we'll specify the cells in which the data lies. So in this case, it's going to lie from cell A2 to A101. And what this will give us is it will give us the sample mean of X. Similarly, if we want to find the estimate of the population variance, we need to use the formula equals var dot S. And again, specify the cells in which it lies, A2 to A101. And we can see these if we use the formula. First of all, the average equals average, and we'll select the data from cell A2 all the way down to cell 101. And we get an average of 661. Now in this example, the average is being presented to the nearest whole number. If you want to remove that rounding, right-click on the cell, click on Format Cells, and then select the number of decimal places that you want to display. In this case, let's display 2 decimal places. So the average wages, or the estimate of the population average, is equal to £661.45. Now, this is just a single estimate. This is almost certainly not the true population average, but it is our estimate of that population average. Similarly, we can calculate S squared. So we're going to use the formula equals var dot S. And then we select the data. Again, it's in cells A2 to A101. And that gives us an estimate of the population variance of 137,741.4. So this is our estimate of the population variance. In summary, what we've seen is that to calculate an estimate of the population average, we can just use the sample mean, which we can construct in Excel using the formula equals average. If we want an estimate of the population variance, we can use the S squared estimator, and we get to that using the equals var dot S. That is the variance based on a sample in our data.